Step one before pulling up with your roll-off trailer is to make sure the ground on any demo project is clear of nails and debris, so that way you keep your tires from getting as many nails in as possible. So second step, make sure you get the material as flat as you can so it's not causing any rips or tears or anything like that in your guys' tarps. We're going to get this all laid kind of flat and get that sorted before we put our tarp on there. Make sure that lathing and stuff doesn't stick up and rip holes in our stuff, so we keep our loads contained and looking right going down the freeway. Step number 3 is to make sure you are tarped. So we got our tarp laid out over our roll-off dumpster here. We got it bungeed down, so we're holding down on all 4 sides well. And especially make sure you hit the front really well, because that's where most of your debris flapping comes from. And make sure that's really secure right there, guys. Wrap your corners to get a little larger tarp than you think you need, and make sure it has some overlay, so in case the boxes are just slightly overfilled, you know, you try and talk to your customers, but you're not always on site. And the guys you book with are not always the ones loading the dumpsters, so something to remember, have a little grace, but you know, try and explain to them that you want the bins loaded flat so you're not causing undue materials flying off your stuff if your tarp's not up to snuff. So anyhow, so we got the bin all tarped down, and then step number 4 is going to be hook it up. So we got our cable already ran out a little bit there. Walk around and grab it. Checking our tarp as we go. And we're going to sweep up that debris right there before we roll it up so it doesn't scratch the asphalt. Step number 4. Get your bin hooked on to your trailer or roll-off chassis, whatever you got going on. Roll around this a little further. Reach in here. And a bit of a trick, just make sure you are hooking it up. You want to hook it up so it doesn't drag. Right there. So we got the hook facing upward. Doesn't drag on our lifting hoist. We made sure we're lined up. We're touching a roller right there. Pro tip, give it just a little bit of wood underneath. That gets the wheel up just a little bit. Helps keep your dumpster from locking up against the bottom tab right there. Unfortunately, it's just not the perfect measurement, but a little bit of wood underneath it makes it just right. And now we reel it in. So I always go right past the tipping point, and then I let the boom down underneath it. That way you're not putting all your weight on that back pivot point right there. So right now we're just going to drop this down here a little bit. It's also going to make sure our box is centered in our rails as we go to reel it in. Just coming down. Tick tock, tick tock. Doesn't feel that very long though, but it, you know, usually this, once we're all clean and tarped down, it's about a 3-minute hook and it'll secure on the trailer. All right, just took a quick second, made sure I swept the debris out from in front of that rolly skate there in the back. So that's gonna make sure we don't leave any marks on the asphalt as we drag the roll-off dumpster up. That skate's gonna just slide across the asphalt and leave it protected. We had wooden blocks underneath there, making sure that our dumpster didn't make any contact with the ground. So we're doing our best to leave all of our customer sites contact free in a way that we don't mark up their asphalt or concrete, and leave it as pristine as we can. So right now we're gonna finish reeling this in. So you're gonna see the dumpster is gonna kind of get to a tipping point right about there. Comes off, and I'm gonna come down now. So that way the weight is on the axles. We're gonna let it come all the way down to the kisses, and then we're gonna reel it in. So it's now up against the locks. And make sure we take this, we pull that lock pin out, and secure it, and that cams that over right there and locks that dumpster in. So now we're all set. The winch is tight, the cam lock is set, we're all tarped down. Our customer's been invoiced, and we're going to go to the dump right now. And so they've already paid our deposit. So that means is they've given us the lockdown price point for our dumpster for however the time that we agreed upon. And so now we're going to go and make sure we don't have any overages, meaning we have an agreed upon set tonnage amount, meaning this customer chose to go with our option 2, which is 2 tons of material prepaid for in his roll-off dumpster service. So we're going to go make sure we're not overweight. We're going to sweep up right there in the back, make sure the last little screws and stuff aren't here, so when they pull back on site with their own units, they're not giving themselves flats. So leave it a little bit better when you came, and you'll always get a call back, folks. So anyhow, hopefully this has been helpful. Kind of explain our process a little bit more to people. And if you're a contractor locally on the Central Coast, we'd love to be able to earn your business, and hope you guys are on your own demolition and/or construction projects. Talk to you guys soon, folks. 805-975-5610.